The following is a hockey podcast out of Vancouver and Surrey, British Columbia. It'll only consist of a lot of puck talk and even more BS, or in actual words, banter and satire. Enjoy, and as always, go Canucks go.
We back, doing this, talking about your Vancouver Canucks. And all I got to say is this, okay? If you're not a Vancouver Canucks fan and you're watching this video, sorry, not sorry, okay? My name's Kyle Bowen, and I approve of this message. Let's do this. Locked On Canucks.
You're Locked On Canucks, your daily podcast on the Vancouver Canucks. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Okay, we back doing this again on Locked On Canucks. My name is Kyle Bowen. One love to the Don't Doze Art Lab for doing this, and that's applying the space to make this show, this great show, Locked On Canucks. Speaking of which, one love to the network, the Locked On Network, the place that they tell us what? It's your team every day. Tell that to the people, and we tell them, no, it's not. It's your Canucks. Yes, your Canucks every day. And right now it feels good. If you're somebody like me, okay, Kyle Bowen, a Canucks fan, because, man, oh man, 4 straight wins and a dominating performance against the Winnipeg Jets has you feeling pretty superior, okay? And there's a lot of reasons outside of just the recent 4-game win streak that makes one like me again feel superior. Okay, but enough about me. Let's talk about you and you, those other Canucks fans feeling away. We'll get to your comments before we go down this list of reasons why I believe, once again, your Vancouver Canucks will play hockey in June. Okay, do the math. What does that mean? Exactly. Look at this comment. Mr. Whale. This guy's saying, it sucks that we have to wait till Wednesday for Colorado. It will be a tough one. Dude, I know. You're just itching to watch another Canucks game. I'm there too. That being said, these guys need a rest. And I think we play what? A total of 3 games in 11 days? I failed math 10. I don't know if I'm right on that, but I'm pretty sure I am. And this long wait between games is needed. Straight up. Like, can we talk about the specifics? I know it's looking better, but I think more practice time can make it look perfect or, a lot better, and that's the power play. Going into our first power play last night, we were ranked, what, 14th? 14th in the NHL? That's something else, 14th. And I think the PK was 19th, okay? I'm sorry. We want to play hockey in June. Bro, the power play has to be a lot better. And it's getting there, I know. But I'm hoping that the practice, right? We're talking about practice. Practice makes perfect, and the power play is once again perfect. Because you want this team going 2 for 5, Game 2 of the playoffs. How about 2 for 3? How about 3 for 6 when things get chippy, right? And the refs are excited to blow their whistles. And I know it may sound like I'm dreaming, but look at the names on that power play. Look at the guy who touches the puck the most. Quinn Hughes. And he's reason number 1. Look, it wasn't that long ago where I was calling out Quinn Hughes, right? And what was Trevor Beggs doing? Having his back. Even though it was pretty clear that the biggest reason this team was struggling not too long ago, losers of 6 of 7, again, not too long ago, was because of Quinn Hughes not being damn near perfect. Or in clearer terms, Quinn Hughes not being one of the best players in hockey. And if the Canucks want to play hockey in June, they need him to be one of those guys. And more specifically, be one of the top 3 players in the NHL. And this is not a slight to Kucherov and Cale Makar. It is what it is, right? But, man, oh man, who would have thought? Who would have thought? Even I, the person who may have been first to call Quinn Hughes the best Canucks defenseman of all time. I said that after game 1 of his first full season with the Canucks. Or did I say it against that game against LA when he broke in? Anyways, even I am surprised to say that Quinn Hughes is as important to the success of the Vancouver Canucks, well, the ultimate success of the Vancouver Canucks, right? Their Stanley Cup dreams, as somebody like Nathan MacKinnon and Connor McDavid. If you're in the East and sleeping when the Canucks play, you're probably like, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. You know what? They're probably saying, you, Kyle. What are you talking about? I'm talking about the truth. Canucks fans know, man. We've always known, but this time around, since we're winning, it's really obvious that this guy is on another planet when he's on his game. And I'm kind of grateful that he was slumping not too long ago, because I don't see him doing that tomorrow, or more specifically in the playoffs, okay? You know what I'm saying? At a loss for words. Andrew telling us that Quinn Hughes has 76 points. Look, the way he's playing right now, the last 4 games, yesterday, maybe being his best game ever, I think he can still get to 100. Doesn't really need to prove this point again that he is one of the best 3 players in hockey right now. And if the Canucks want to play hockey in June, it's so much easier when you have a game breaker like that on your team. Game breaker, game setter. You play the game at Quinn Hughes' pace when he's on the ice. And guess what? April is like right there. And last time I checked, defensemen like Quinn Hughes play 30-plus minutes a game in the playoffs. Do the math. That's over half the game. Good luck to anyone playing Quinn Hughes, the captain of your Vancouver Canucks. What a season. Year 1 of being the captain, man. We spent a lot of time talking about the leadership on this show. We're 30 and a half years old. We give credit to the old guys. We talk a lot about Rutherford in the leadership, Alvin in the leadership, Rick Tocchet, Adam Foote, Sergei Gonchar, Henrik and Daniel Sedin, Chris Higgins, the leadership. We got to start spending the same amount of time talking about Quinn Hughes' leadership ability. Off the charts. And to do it in year 1 as captain for the Vancouver, I'll say it again, the Vancouver. I'll say it one more time. The Vancouver Canucks. Vancouver, he's doing this in year 1. That is mad impressive. Super poised. Super calm. Speaking of poised and calm, can I say something about Carson Soucy? I will. In 1 or 2 minutes. Let's get back to the comments, okay? It's about the people, man. Speaking of the people, okay? Discord. We got one of those, right? Kyle Bound has one of those. The link is in the bio below. Enter the Discord. Be part of the chat, and do what? You get a chance to win 2 tickets to a Canucks game. We'll announce the winner on March the 22nd for the March 25th matchup against the LA Kings. Again, join the Discord to enter the contest. And did we just see a comment about Pettersson standing in front of the net? Who was that? Mr. Whale again, okay? Yo, what the beep is Pettersson doing in front of the net? He's scoring goals. I've been wrong so many times. So many times. And of course, I was upset about Pettersson being in front of the net on the power play and JT Miller playing on the other side of his best side, okay? So much so that I would, utter the words in my mind. It's not going to work, which is dark. That's dark energy for your team. And what happens? Pettersson, again, scores in front of the net. A gritty goal, a dirty goal. They're experimenting, man. They're doing a lot of things to try to get themselves out of this slump. The only explanation that I have for Pettersson being in front of the net is A, his soft hands being, the best on the team. But B, also just to confuse the penalty killing unit, right? Because maybe they have like this time limit where it's like, okay, 20 seconds of Pettersson in front of the net. to start the power play, and if nothing's happening, start rotating, and that starts confusing people. Who knows? Who knows? I guess what I'm trying to say is Rick Tocchet, who played with, the Lemieux, the Yagers, who coached, a lot of great players too. I don't think this guy, sees sees Pedersen as a net front presence, okay? Slash, with that skill set, should, be there and they're only on the power play. There's something up, okay? For real. Something up. Look at this comment, okay? Richard. Horvat was too nice, man. What's going on, man? Horvat, every time I talk about Quinn Hughes, right, the captaincy, Horvat's got to be brought up. Quinn Hughes, is he meaner than Bo Horvat? I don't want to say that, but he's more competitive. He's more cerebral. And more notably, he's way better. Look at the way Quinn Hughes was working yesterday. He always works hard, but yesterday mattered. He wanted to give it to the Winnipeg Jets, okay? The same team that went into Rogers Arena 3 weeks ago, and it was a physical affair. There's a lot of emotion in the air. You could tell right away that game 2 of this rivalry really mattered to Quinn Hughes. A physical, dominant performance, doing his thing. This game really, really mattered. And when your best guy, aka one of the best players in hockey, is working that hard and is that good, the trickle-down effect is invincible. And it goes back again, when I kept calling out Quinn Hughes weeks ago, it was only because he's so much to the recipe, to this team that's still pretty, I don't know if young is the right word, but they're definitely novice to success, right? A lot of things to learn before they ultimately get there. But Quinn Hughes, when he's playing on his game and not making any mistakes at all, it gives this mojo to the rest of the team. Like, oh, we got that guy on our team and he's not going to let us lose. But we're not going to lose. And when you have that type of mindset, the pressure's off and you can just do you. And as soon as he starts making mistakes, it gets a bit harder to be as fluid. We have Duck saying, I'm getting a Niels Höglander jersey. He has 20 goals. He's my new favorite player. And he's also, the leader of the Höglander fan club. What a player. What a player. More on him later in the week, okay? I know Trevor's going to want to write an essay about Niels Höglander. Can we talk about Carson Soucy? Can we do that? What a guy. The Canucks are 19-3-2 with him in the lineup, right? So calm, so poised, so fluid. He has that confidence about him, right? The don't worry, I got this. And based on my eye test, screw the data. Based on my eye test, okay, I feel as if he's been successful at like 90% of the things he wants to do. Whether it be defensively, offensively, physically, he's usually coming out on top of that battle. And to do this again, right after coming off an injury, is mad impressive. It tells me that this guy's skill set is off the charts. It also tells me that Seattle made a huge mistake. A huge mistake. Letting Carson Soucy go for that much. And you know what I'm trying to say, right? Again, home of the West Coast bias. My name's Kyle Bound, okay? This is about your Vancouver Canucks. Carson Soucy might have been the steal. If you look at the length and the term of last season's off season. I also guess I'm trying to say that I think he's really good. Really, really good. I think a big reason why the Vancouver Canucks didn't go super all in, because they had a chance, right? They had the first chance to get Chris Tanev, right? The reason why they didn't go all in for that guy was because they probably saw some similarities to a player they already had. And that's Carson Soucy. Again, a guy that most of the time is going to come out on top of his read, his battle. Just a poised, smart player. A guy who makes us a lot better. A guy who, we do have to remind ourselves, right, that he kind of fixed Tyler Myers. Myers was so bad early on this season. I'm talking really, really early on, right? And who was there coming back from injury to calm him down? It was Carson Soucy. And now Carson Soucy playing the right side, looking mad impressive, looking confident, looking damn important. So impressed. Yeah, you talk about the lack of trades at the trade deadline. Bruh, I'm telling you, if the Canucks win a Stanley Cup this season, that part in the book or the documentary where they go over all the changes physically in 2 years with the NHL club, it will be truly fascinating, okay? I guess what I'm trying to say again, while I'm deciphering all these thoughts that are coming out of my head, is holy, Alvin and Rutherford have made a ton of moves, the most moves. And somehow, some way, they themselves are coming out on top of like 90% of their decisions. Again, this is the home of the West Coast bias. One love to Carson Soucy. We'll talk about Demko after the break. I'm going to sip some Red Bull, clear my throat. Getting a little dry, okay? We're talking about the West Coast, the best coast of Vancouver, man. It's 420 somewhere. And we'll keep talking about your Vancouver Canucks, man. I'm confident. There's a way for them to play in June. We just gave you, 2 big reasons? We'll give you a couple more. Maybe, and maybe you'll give me a couple more in the comments on the other side. Let's shout out eBay Motors. One love to the Locked On Podcast Network, giving you your Canucks every day. Every day? Really?
eBay Motors is everything you need to maintain your vehicle and level it up to peak performance. From superchargers, roof racks, exhaust kits, LED headlights, and more. Whether you're into speed, power, or style, eBay Motors has got you covered. With over 122 million parts to choose from for your number one ride or die, you'll always find exactly what you're looking for. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, your part is guaranteed to fit your ride every time or your money back. Woo! Because with eBay Motors, you're burning rubber, not cash, baby. With all the parts you need at the prices you want, it's easy to turn your car into the MVP and bring home that win. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Let's ride. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply. eBay Guarantee Fit only available to U.S. customers.
Man, we're going to have a lot of fun tonight in Vancouver, all my real fans.
How's it going, guys? I'm back on this stream, on this episode of Locked On Canucks. One love to the network. Hit the like and subscribe button if you're, a Canucks fan, if you're feeling nice, if you're feeling grateful, if you're feeling superior. How can I not be, man? Look at what we're talking about today. How can the Vancouver Canucks play hockey in June? That's something else. We're blessed. What's the record? 42, 17, and 7. We're also really good. Can we get better? I think so. Which means we could be really, really, really good. Let's get to the comments, okay? Andrew. He says Lindy needs to be there. I think he tossed this comment in when I was talking about the power play, right? Because right now it's Connor Garland being that extra forward. I mean, they're scoring goals with him out there. If I think my eye test is telling me that's the truth, right? So I think he's going to survive there. But I do kind of agree with Andrew, right? I do agree with him. Not kind of. I agree with him. That long term, you want Lindholm, who is looking more and more comfortable, to be an option there. I think I'm saying that because I know he can, and my pettiness is telling me that he has to be. The Canucks gave up a lot for Elias Lindholm. They did. Now look at Richard. Okay, Kyle, you got to ship me some of that chicken curry, dude. If you guys missed it on YouTube Shorts. I told the people that last night, well, what are the chances? I cooked some chicken curry and the Canucks won 5-0. Do the math. Go check out the shorts. And look at Lefty. This comment is it's a good one, okay? I always stick up for Tyler Myers because he ends up being the scapegoat for frustrated Canucks fans. I do think that that is the truth. And right now, another thing that's happening is the conversation, right? Like, what happens when Tyler Myers comes back? Who's coming out of the lineup? Oh, maybe you should just keep him out of the lineup because, Zadorov, Juleson, Soucy, Cole, they're looking strong right now. The Canucks have allowed 3 goals in their last 4 games. I feel like the Canucks have taken 3 penalties in their last 4 games. Oh, Tyler Myers, the guy takes a lot of penalties. And maybe that's why we're looking a lot better here, okay? Less chaotic. And look, Tyler Myers has been impressive this season. But I don't think that's saying so much, right? When it comes to, again, the fact that this D-core has allowed 3 goals in 4 games. And Juleson's looking mad impressive. And Noah Juleson looked really good against Vegas and really good against the Jets. Again, Tyler Myers, impressive this season, but it's not Quinn Hughes coming back to the lineup. You know what I'm saying? It's a number 6, a number 5, and number 7 defenseman. And this is why you want competition. Look at Richard, man. Myers is the embodiment. Yes, embodiment of the, am I saying that right? What's going on, man? I just started reading 4 years ago, okay, of Benning's failures. I got somebody waiting outside the studio, man. We're going to have to wrap this thing up in 5 minutes. So, what was the other thing I want to say? The other couple things. Oh, yeah, how are we going to get to June? How are we going to get to June? In my opinion, pretty simple, okay? Outside of Soucy and Hughes, a lot of this, if not most of this, well, it is most of this, has to come down to the effort. And right now, the Canucks are establishing an identity, okay? We're a highly skilled team, a really skilled team. But if we outwork you, you're never going to beat us. You're never going to stop us from creating chances. I am mad impressed by how this team is dominating in board battles, in puck races, and compete. You know what I'm saying? That's huge. That shows a true bond. That shows accountability. That shows that they care about being a Vancouver Canuck and that this really, really matters. And it also shows me that they're preparing for the NHL playoffs. They're looking fast. They're smothering. They're playing big. They're playing a lot of FU hockey. They ain't giving up. And they're going to make you pay. And we saw it yesterday. Again, the road to June. They're going to make you pay. Think about that. This team scored a couple goals against the Ducks, the Kings, the Golden Knights. I guess what I'm trying to say in recent history, and you can stretch this statement out as far as the first game after the All-Star break. The Canucks offense 5-on-5 and just in general has been kind of mediocre, not scoring a lot. And I'm out here saying that we're gonna be unstoppable if we always outwork you. I truly do believe, and we kind of seeing this, okay, with the chemistry amongst the lines, right? That the offense for the Vancouver Canucks can get a lot better and start establishing more high danger scoring chances off of their effort in the offensive zone at a level that I don't think we've consistently seen 5-on-5 this season. What am I trying to say? Yo, we can get a lot better. And we got to get a lot better if we want to play hockey in June. That's the biggest piece. Not being content, understanding that you are still so far away from the ultimate goal. Let's work on getting better. The Canucks have 8 more games in a row at home. The Canucks not playing a lot of hockey in general over the next couple of weeks. The Canucks have a lot of time to get better, to practice, to figure things out, to execute, to dissect, to analyze, to not be content. to study. Look at the film. Look at their flaws. Try to get better. That's how you get to June. You don't stop working. You don't stop learning until it's really all done. Now, the Canucks have traded 8 picks in 12 months, including a couple first-round picks. I know the window has just opened, but dude, my heart, my mind as a sports fan, based on those things that happen in reality. Again, 8 picks in 1 year. For me, based on how we're playing, who we have in the lineup, where we are in the standings, it's cup or bust. At this point of the year, again, I've been a sports fan my whole life. If you're telling me with 15 games left, my team was number 1 or number 2 in the league, and we had a bunch of all-stars, we had what? 2 of the top 10 scorers in the league. Quinn Hughes about to win a Norris too. If you're telling me that at that time, I'm not thinking about the Stanley Cup and this not being a cup or bust type of season, and we traded a bunch of picks and blah, 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 and prospects, bro. What are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. Go Canucks, go. Let's go get that cup. Let's play for it. The person waiting outside is going to have to wait another couple minutes because, bro, I got to say this before we get out of here. If we want to get to June, Thatcher Demko has to not be out for a long time. Now, I have no update on that guy. On that guy who was magnificent yesterday. Such a big part of why we won that game, okay? I'm just saying. He made big saves. We were way better than the Jets, but that first period, again, way better than the Jets, but they had some quality looks early on. And Thatcher Demko was poised. He said, not today. What a goalie. What a season. I think I saw a stat. He leads the league in what? Games he won in which he accumulated a save percentage over .950. I sounded like a nerd there, like Trevor. I think that's good. I think he's just been really good for the most part this season. And like anyone, he's had his struggles, but when he's on like this, and then you factor in having Quinn Hughes on your team, one of the best 3 players in hockey, and then, oh yeah, you have JT Miller, Elias Pettersson, Brock Besser, Elias Lindholm, Connor Garland, Niels Höglander, Dakota Joshua coming back, Carson, Soucy, Philip Perron. Dude, this seems good. Really good. With a fantastic goaltender. It's kind of Tampa Bay-like, if you think of it that way. Again, home of the West Coast bias, man. So much to learn, so much to do. The Vancouver Canucks, a team that really lacks a lot of experience as a team when it comes to games that matter. A team that's still not going to be favorited if they, finish off with the President's Trophy, blah, 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 top in the Pacific. Yeah, because of the experience and the lack thereof, they're not going to be favorited. But I just feel as if Thatcher Demko, Quinn Hughes, etc., allow this team to have multiple paths to find momentum and to become a scary team and to ultimately become a team that you don't want to play. And then you factor in Jim Rutherford, Alvin, Rick Tocchet, and company. There's a chance that, yeah, the window just opened, but that this June could be special. It could be the start of a... I was about to say the D word, okay? Anyways, my name is Kyle Bound, KYLEBHAWAN. That was another episode of Locked On Canucks. Hit the like and subscribe button. Join the Discord again. We're giving away 2 free tickets to a Canucks game against who? The LA Kings, March the 25th. We're going to announce the winner on March the 22nd. Join the Discord, hit the like button on this video, and subscribe. All that info in the link below. One love to the Don't Doze Art Lab for establishing the West Coast bias and the West Coast bias only. They've been doing that for years and years and years and years. And they're probably going to do it. No, they're going to definitely do it for what? More tomorrows to come, okay? Again, my name is KYLEBHAWAN. One love to eBay Motors, FanDuel, Sleeper, Gametime, okay, Robinhood Accounting. One love to you and you and you and you. And remember, man, we ain't here if it ain't for the Vancouver Canucks being really, really, really good. In other words, we're blessed. Peace.
You're Locked On Canucks, your daily podcast on the Vancouver Canucks.